So I was asked to do like another video on some shit, talking about some real shit. To be honest with you, man, you know, I just kind of feel like, I guess you could say us as black people, quote unquote, because, or an African American. But if you think about it, what exactly is an African American? Like, I mean, that's just a title, man. Just like somebody calls himself a doctor or a waitress or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Different occupations and shit. I mean, that's just a title, man. Like, if you think about it, what's a bird? What's an elephant? You know what I'm saying? We don't, to this day, we still don't really know what the fuck these things are. We just give them names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Elephant, giraffe, and all that type of shit there. But we don't know what, if you think about it, we don't know what anything is. We live in a time where we don't really, not even a time, we just live like in a universe where we don't really even know what things are. What is any of this shit, to be honest with you, man? If we didn't give it a name so we can have a social conversation, then what exactly is it? This is like what is grass? I mean, we call it grass, and we know it's like, nutritious and whatnot, but we still don't really know the origins of whatever it is. And to be honest with you, scientists can do as many tests as they want to do with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can do tests to see how it's going to perform, when you eat it, or how it performs when you try to grow it or what have you, but we don't know what anything is. And I kind of feel that black people as a whole, we just kind of take this material life, this version of, I guess this so-called life, we take it too seriously. That doesn't mean to sit back and, like, you know what I'm saying, not do anything with your life and sit back and just say fuck everything. I mean, not in my, and these are just my opinions, to be honest with you. Just like, not in my opinion does that mean that, one should sit back and just say fuck everything and do absolutely positively nothing with their lives. But at the same time, it's like this, if anybody has done any research on life itself, we would realize that this is not real. Like, none of this is real. And I know it's hard for people to understand, something that the only thing they remember actually getting into is not real. Like, you came into this life and you're living it, but it's not real. So, those have like two sides to the same coin. I've always said you can't flip a coin without, understanding heads and tails, basically. You can't flip a coin without understanding the properties of both sides. If you get heads, you're going to go this way. You get tails, you're going to go that way. But, we're so focused, black people are so focused on, like, cops killing blacks and stuff like that. Not that we shouldn't be focused on that, but it's like, you got to understand and shit, like, if you're giving energy to something that's like, you're creating it, you're making it real, you're making it more real and sustainable. I mean, like I said, it's difficult. This universe is complex, but it's not very complex. It's just like, it's pretty simple. But it's pretty complex. It's kind of difficult to understand different properties and shit. But it's like, at the same time, you got to get that we're giving energy to, like, the wrong things. I got something in my hair right now. But what the fuck, a piece of lint or something. But we're kind of giving energy to, like, we posting all these videos about how cops are killing black people and stuff like that. And what you guys don't understand is you're kind of fulfilling the destiny that was put in, before you. Something that was put in place. You're fulfilling that destiny because you're sitting back and you're so worried about, man, cops are killing us, and it puts fear in you, and that's exactly what it needs to do. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to put fear in your heart. So when you go outside, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at a cop and you're, like, afraid that the cop is gonna, like, fuck with you and shit like that. So we just got to understand that this is a part of a destiny that we're not exactly, they're trying to separate us from. Our destiny, to be honest with you, any destiny of any human being, even though so-called we're not all humans. No, I can't really study that and figure that out. I mean, I'm not gonna say figure it out, but know if it's real or not. But what I'm saying is, we're fulfilling a destiny that, has nothing to do with us. Our destiny as humans, there's a lot of shit in my hair. I gotta get all that shit out. But our destiny as humans is basically to understand where we're living. You know what I'm saying? That's the point to life, is to figuring out, okay, what's this or what's that, or, like, why am I here, or why is this going on like this? Not exactly in the sense of fear, and, like, understanding, like, why something negative is going on, but you're a spiritual being, so you're here to learn basically. Before you die, you should learn as much as you can. I mean, shit, I'm not much of a religious guy anymore because I understand some truths about this place, some truths and shit, but it's basically for you to be as spiritual as possible and understand what's going on a higher level, not on some like, okay, cops are killing us and now we gotta like, you know what I'm saying, march and shit. I mean, in my opinion, like marching and asking for rights has done stuff, but we live in a society that's against you, so you can ask for as many rights as you want. Doesn't mean, first of all, you're going to get them, and second of all, doesn't mean they're going to be fulfilled, or doesn't mean it's going to be, broadcast to you. We obviously understand that there's an agenda to make sure that so-called black people don't get anything, or they're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to anything, everything. Like, we understand that's like the agenda, and if they can use us for something, and make some money off of us, they definitely can. I mean, look at the New Edition bioptic movie they made. You know what I'm saying? Like this, the miniseries and shit. Like, they made money off these niggas, man. Like they really made some money off these niggas, and they gave these niggas like a 1 fucking cent check. I mean, you got to understand the clause of your contract. I understand that too, but they do this on purpose. They know that niggas are not going to read the contracts. They know that niggas just want to move themselves out of any projects they're living in. So they already know, like, if we broadcast, you know what I'm saying, we bring this contract to these niggas singing and shit, of course these niggas gonna want to get out the hood, they gonna sign without any lawyers or what have you. So, there's just many ways and many tactics, and it's not all white people either. Like, I know some white motherfuckers that have gone ham for black people more than black people go ham for black people. Crazy, right? But I mean, that happens. Like, it happens all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just gotta, in my opinion, this video is about just basically black people letting go of certain things. Don't let people do stuff to you, but mentally and spiritually, you don't have to let that weigh you down and go outside with fear in your heart because of the fact that, oh my God, they just killed a black kid over here yesterday. What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's like, this is all materialistic and foolish. Life is death, actually. This is what people never, you know what I'm saying? Most people can never grasp this understanding of life, is the fact that life is death. Life is death. And death is actually life. When you die, from the research that I've done, because these are only my, opinions, and this is only the research that I've done. When you die, you actually begin to live, because the before and after is it. This ain't it. This is only a temporary, bondage with the, with the materialistic universe about trying to get money and all that bullshit that we think that we have to accommodate ourselves to get. But, none of this shit is real. Now, that doesn't mean just like let somebody walk up and fucking slap you. Like, hell no. You never let nobody do no bitch nigga shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let nobody do no shit like that. It's never happened to me, and it won't happen to me. But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna say that because somebody could try that shit, but I would have to defend myself, is what I'm saying. I think we're just taking life a little bit too seriously. You don't have to take life as seriously. Like, we understand that blacks are going through a time right now that we almost feel like it's endless. But in all actuality, there's nothing that's endless. Nothing lasts forever. And that doesn't mean be comfortable with what the fuck is going on. You just don't have to let it attack you spiritually, is what I'm kind of saying. In my opinion, that's kind of foolish to let that attack you, like, spiritually. It's kind of foolish to let that, control your destiny, or control the way you think about life, or control how you maneuver in life. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to get over, like, putting up negativity on Facebook. I mean, I see a lot of my friends on Facebook all the time and shit, putting up negative shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just retarded, in my opinion. But just some words for the day. Today's a nice, pretty hot, what's today? Like Tuesday in Chicago, Illinois. So Chicago bring the noise and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just another day, But yeah, man, I just think that we just take all this shit too seriously. This is the Matrix, basically. And we all live in the Matrix. That doesn't mean just say, hey, fuck it, be a part of the Matrix, and don't, be the Neo of the Matrix, because Neo didn't just say, fuck it, I'm gonna sit back. I know the agents are out there and shit like that. I know they're there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna become an agent and just say, fuck it. No, you still have to fight You know what I'm saying? To basically be the Neo of the Matrix, because everyone has that potential to do that. But at the same time, we're a little bit too worried about the Matrix, which is life, which we call it today. You know what I'm saying? Like life itself is just a matrix. It's a big game. That's why they say, do you want to play the game of life? If you don't want to play anymore, that's when you commit suicide or let yourself be killed or die or whatever the fuck, or just die on the inside. Um, yeah, man. So you can make this place like heaven is on earth, hell is on earth at the same time. Now it can be an environmental hell or heaven, or it can be like a spiritual inner hell or heaven. You could have yourself at a place where it's like, I'm fucked up. I'm everything to me is negative. I don't see any beauty in birds flying and chirping in the sky in the morning. I find no beauty in that. I don't find any beauty in the sun rising or the moon, the sun setting and the moon rising or whatever the fuck. That's when you live in a mental hell. But, you know, shit, to be honest with you, physical heaven is a little harder to feel than hell. You ever sat back and realize, like, well, damn, why is it so easy for me to feel negative about some shit, but it's a lot more difficult to feel positive in a gradual sense? That's because, in my opinion, living on earth itself is hellish because of the fact that you could walk past your bed and like cut your foot completely open. There could be something that's in the metal and it kills you that day. You know what I'm saying? Like hell itself, you being you being combined with a human body, because you're not human. No one is human. We're all spiritual beings, which people have a hard time of understanding that too. We're all spiritual beings. The physical body is only for the physical realm. So you're not a human. So when you're combined with the force that makes you eat to stay alive, you have to drink water and you have to use the bathroom and you have to like accommodate other people's feelings and shit like that. Not so much the last one, but when you have to do all of that shit and it's like your body needs this or it's gonna do that, your organic substance that will deteriorate if you don't treat it correctly, then you already can understand that it's like you being in a body is what's holding you back. People never understand that either. Like being in a physical body is what holds you back from this universe. You cannot accomplish everything that you want to accomplish in a physical body. I mean, if it's materialistic or, down to earth, then of course you can, because if you live on earth, you have the means to control earth in a certain sense. But on a spiritual aspect, like on a bigger aspect, your body is what basically keeps you in prison. You're imprisoned inside of a body because you're a spiritual substance. Now that's hard for some motherfuckers to take in because they see what's around you and they or what's around them. They hold so much mirror to that shit, and it's just like they don't understand that it's like, well, that didn't happen for you because of the fact that you're human. You have human thoughts, and you might have thought, oh man, I'm not gonna get that job, so you didn't get it. But at the same time, like I said, there's two sides to a coin. It's always gonna be heads, it's always gonna be tails. As far as I'm concerned right now with the, current currencies that we do have, we got two sides to it. So at the same time, you can doubt yourself on something and still get it done because you're a spiritual being, not because you're a human. And whatever the human needs is not what the spirit needs, and they don't even correspond to each other really. This is after a long, line of like research and shit like that, this is the conclusion I've come about this world that we live in. And unless you hit the celestial realm, which is after this, which is the astral realm, which is death itself, you're going to be confined to these, like, you're going to be confined to these small details of being a human, which is going to hold you back from certain things because the way you think or the way you act or whatever the fuck it is. So we just got to keep this shit in mind, man, when all this negative shit's going on and niggas is going crazy over like the fact that they on this with niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like I said, two sides to a coin. You can sit back and not believe. I don't fear the police, so I never get fucked with the police. Like I never get fucked with by the police, like ever. You know what I'm saying? Like the police never bother me. I got dreads. I live in Chicago. I drive around all the time, and I don't really have too much problems with the police. They don't fuck with me because of the fact that I don't give them fear. like the so-called Illuminati, which they're not called that anymore. The establishment, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the hidden hand, basically. They're gonna terrorize you, or torture you if you have a fear of that. And everything they do is gonna anger you and piss you off and all that bullshit there, because of the fact that you have a fear of what they're gonna do, what they're doing, what's gonna happen, what their next step is, or whatever the fuck. But when you lose that fear, because fear is very important, not in the sense of using it, but fear is very important for you to disown. Because when you disassociate yourself with fear, basically all things are possible in the physical. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything's gonna be possible for you if you just eliminate fear. If you have a fear of not getting a job, you know what I'm saying, chances are you're not gonna get a job. But when you eliminate that fear, that's when, We're Up the Bam is gonna happen. Now, on the same token, you could not have a fear of something that can still happen to you. But, it won't be at a grand scale, or it can be something that you can control if you don't fear it. That's the thing. So, my name is Rude. That's the name I go by. It's my artist name. I'm an artist. I'm also a Chicago artist, lyricist. I would appreciate if motherfuckers went to the page and actually liked the video that I put up today. I guess I'll put up some more videos soon. Now, the more likes and shit that I get, subscribers and whatnot, the more videos I'll put up. So, if you guys like what I'm saying, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and message me or whatever the fuck, and that's pretty much about it for that. But it's lovely in Chicago, man. Hopefully it's lovely everywhere else. So you guys have a good day. I'm gonna get back to trying to make some money right quick. All right.